time immemorial, the Green Lantern Corps has served as the keepers of peace, order, and justice throughout the universe. To be chosen to join its ranks is the highest of honors and the greatest of responsibilities. Yeah, if that were Erica. We're going to fly now. Fly? Absolutely. All right.
That's a clip from the superhero movie Green Lantern, starring the fabulous Ryan Reynolds. That opens this weekend. That's right. Our superhero expert and movie guru, Aaron Lafferty, here to talk about this and, of course, other new movies opening for Father's Day weekend. And I don't know if you had a chance to see a sneak preview, but I'm guessing the reviews are going to be super great on this one.
Well, you'd be surprised. It's like superhero summer this year. We've got all kinds of superhero movies. The problem is this one, maybe it's the outfit is completely computer generated. Maybe it's the way they did the movie, but it's not getting the best reviews that you'd expect. A piece of trivia here, Ryan Reynolds is the first actor to be in both a DC Comics movie and a Marvel movie. So he's in both universes of superheroes, if you will. Obviously, everybody knows Ryan Reynolds. He's also joined by Blake Lively, Peter Sarsgaard, and Mark Strong. This is basically the story. If you know the Green Lantern character, this is kind of how he becomes Green Lantern. He gets the ring. He's chosen to be part of this group that defends the universe against evil, and it's kind of how he becomes that superhero that's well known from the old cartoons and the old comics.
You know, it's interesting because I think that no matter how good or how bad it is, they really tend to do big numbers at the box office.
They do, and it will do well because it's got the 3D dollars, but it probably won't do probably the best superhero dollars this summer.
Okay.
It's getting about a 4.5 or a 5. So this might be a rental unless you were really looking forward to see it. Then just set your expectations low.
Unless you want to see Ryan Reynolds on the big screen. I'm guessing with that, look in your eye. That's what you want to do. That's what I want to do.
Well, my wife really wants to see this too. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds with The Proposal and other movies is very.
And does he bring a little bit of that comedy to the role? Because I've seen in the previews, it seems like he does.
Yeah, he's got the sarcasm, which made him great for the Deadpool role in the Marvel movie that he did. So that's the two characters that he's done. So he brings that sarcasm and that wit and that charm to this role as well. So we'll just have to see how well it does.
Okay, speaking of wit and charm.
Jim Terri.
Jim Terri. You like that transition?
That was a good one.
Okay.
Here's your PG, family-friendly Father's Day weekend movie that you might want to rent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jim Terri plays a guy who's rich, and all of a sudden he inherits a bunch of penguins. It's pretty basic concept. And he either has to keep the penguins or send the penguins back, and he becomes attached to the penguins, and his friends seem to like the penguins, but he lives a high society, rich guy kind of life, and having a bunch of penguins around doesn't really work out. This is also not getting the best reviews. A little bit better than Green Lantern, still around a 5.
Okay.
It's probably a good rental.
I think it's so cute. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I saw that they're expecting it to maybe make $10 to $20 million this weekend, but I thought it's going to have long legs in terms of that rental market, because how many times on a Friday or Saturday night were you looking for something just to pass a couple hours?
Right.
Run down to
also, Angela Lansbury's in this movie. If you haven't seen Angela Lansbury in a while, since Murder, She Wrote, or other movies from way back when, you might be an Angela Lansbury fan. She's in this movie.
Perfect. Okay, there's other stuff too. The Art of Getting By.
Yeah, we got some limited releases. The Art of Getting By is actually in several theaters this weekend. It's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy. Freddie Highmore, we've seen him in a bunch of other movies. He's a really good young actor. He basically plays a slacker, but not your traditional slacker. He's so good. He gets all his homework done. He never has to study. He's so smart, but he's got that slacker mentality. And him and I forgot her name.
Emma Roberts?
Emma Roberts, thank you.
Yeah.
Julia
It's
Roberts,
on the screen right there.
Yeah, Julia Roberts Heath. They kind of strike up a friendship because she's more of a traditional slacker and he's one of the smart slackers.
Is Alicia Silverstone like a mom?
She's a teacher in this book.
Okay, so. Teacher right there. Oh, well, that's going to be great to see her again, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of make a little...
This one's getting okay reviews, about a 6. This one's playing at quite a few theaters, Celebration North, Rivertown, Crossroads, and the Rave City place in County.
Okay, perfect.
So that's an option for you. Kind of a different, a little bit better reviewed movie. And not the noise of Green Lantern and the antics of Jim Carrey, more of a slow romantic.
Well, but it sounds like maybe a relatable movie, because I know there was always that kid in high school that could do absolutely nothing and still get better grades than me.
Right.
Exactly. So maybe it's a little bit of a related movie.
You can get into that. Also, we have a movie that's been out in limited release for a long time. You've probably seen it reviewed on the national shows. Everything Must Go, which is Will Ferrell in a very different role. This is more of a drama. He's a recovering alcoholic who relapses. loses his job on the same day. His wife throws him out, throws all of his stuff out in the yard, and the everything must go part of this is he's trying to sell all of his stuff, which is all out on his yard. So he has a certain number of days. The city says you have so many days to clear the yard, or you're considered camping or whatever.
Okay.
So he's got to sell all of his stuff. This is a rated R movie. It's only at at the Harbor Theater in Muskegon. So it didn't come to the Celebration theaters because it was still a limited release, but the Harbor Theater got it. And this is getting around a 7, so you know, a pretty good one. But know that it is rated R.
Rated R. Okay. It sounds interesting though.
Yes.
Kind of different.
It's different. Yeah, it's not something you think of Will Ferrell, you think of comedies, but this one's like that.
Okay, you have an update for us on a movie that was actually shot here in West Michigan.
Right, we're getting our first look, if we want to go ahead and show that first look at the trailer for Playback. This is a supernatural thriller about a group of high school students. They dig into their town's infamous past. There's this murder many years ago. The family was murdered, and the guy that did the murder taped it. You've probably heard this premise before, but basically the videotape haunts these teens that are looking into this thing. Christian Slater plays a police officer, and DeBoer native was in it. They shot in Lowell last fall, so it's a pretty good movie. From the looks of it, this will probably we'll see what the release is. We're not sure. As this movie goes on, I talked to one of the producers via email. He said they're still shopping this movie around to distributors before it actually gets released. So we'll see if this goes in theaters or if it goes straight to DVD. We're not sure. It was a smaller budget, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, interesting. Well, you know, I haven't really had a chance to see any movies in the last couple of months. I know there are some big holdovers from last weekend. Super 8.
Super 8, probably one of the best movies I've seen so far this year.
Wow.
So far this year that I've seen. Obviously, there's a lot of movies out there, but that's probably one of the best movies. It's not without its flaws, but it's a good movie. There's a couple movies that came out on DVD this week. You might want to pass on those. True Grit came out the week before. I finally saw it. It was definitely worth the 10 Oscars it got. And then The Fighter's out there. King's Speech is still out there if you haven't seen King's Speech. So.
Still have it.
So,
which is, if you haven't seen that, you're going to fall in love with that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, absolutely.
So there's plenty of options. It's not just new this week.
Well, and of course, my family, I'm going to end up just having to buy this movie because I've spent so much money not buying it. Justin Bieber. Yeah. I had a 13-year-old. What do you expect? Of course, for all of the latest information, what's going on in the theaters, what's new on DVD, check out Laff at the Movies.
Thank you.
Follow you on Twitter, Facebook. Kind of stalk Aaron. Pretty interesting. Okay, well, as we go to break, we want to wish you a happy Father's Day.